like to welcome to Hazard, Kentucky, Loretta Lynn. Loretta, it's good to have you here in Hazard.
It's good to be here in Hazard again, and I'd like to say every time I come here it's a hazard.
Loretta, we've talked on the radio a lot about you for the last couple of days, and we have tried to relate your early years over on the record. You keep singing about Butcher Holler. Tell us about that. Where is Butcher Holler?
I'm glad you're saying Butcher Holler. Nobody else talks like that.
They say holler, right?
Hollow, and I said that's where you're from. That's not where I'm from, because I'm from Holler. Right. Butcher Holler.
Butcher Holler's what we've got a lot of hollers. I was born and raised around here, and that's what we say. It's holler, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, how far is that from Paintsville? Is Paintsville a county seat?
Yeah, Paintsville's about 12 miles.
Were you, when you were growing up, Loretta, were you ever in Hazard? Do you remember ever coming to Hazard?
Listen, I never went to Paintsville. I never got out of Holler when I was growing up.
Loretta, it's good to talk with you again, and we're certainly glad that you, I know you love these mountains. I know you love these people, and these people that mine this coal around here, and that makes us feel like that we're close to you. And
I understand the people from the hills, you know, and when I get out of the hills and look around me, a lot of people that don't understand them, it kind of feels funny to me because I can't understand why they don't understand the people from the hills, you know, because really I think we're far ahead of them.
One thing I've noticed, Loretta, a lot of people, when they, do well in something, as you have in what you're doing, they get a little bit self-conscious of the fact that they were from way back in the hills. I've seen people go away from here, and they even will not tell where they were raised. And I certainly want to congratulate you for being proud of Butcher Holler and the people that are here, and you still are just as proud as anybody could ever be of your people that live in these mountains. And I'm proud of you for that.
I'm proud to be from Kentucky, and I'm not ashamed of it a bit. And as we were coming down through here, you know, all the houses way up in the hollers, you know, and we'd see everybody look at all the toilets, you know, and laugh. And I said, now, if this was Halloween, we'd turn them over, and then we'd have to put them back up tomorrow, because we'd turn the toilets over on Halloween and the fodder shocks.
Right.
Nobody knows what a fodder shock is anyplace else, hardly.
You know, I had a friend from Washington, from Tacoma, Washington. A cousin of mine was here last week. I know you lived in the state of Washington. We drove out through this area, his first time in Kentucky, and I mentioned the fodder shock out there in the field, and he didn't know what I was talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Loretta, again, it's good to have you in Hazard, and we want to see you come back again. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much. 'Cause if you're looking at me, you're looking at country.
Loretta Lynn. Loretta, what's your next record? Have you got we've got a record, I believe, today. I noticed it was number 10 on the charts, called Home. Have you got a new one that'll be coming out soon?
We got one that'll be out soon called When the Tingle Becomes a Chill.
Say that again, please.
When the Tingle Becomes a Chill.
Oh, I see. Is that going to be just Loretta Lynn, or would it be with Conway Twitty, or
just Loretta Lynn? When the tingle becomes a chill.
How did you get involved with singing with Conway Twitty?
We went to Europe, and of course we sang a little bit together in the dressing rooms, and we took an ocean to record together.
Hey, Louisiana woman, Mississippi man, we get together every time we can. The Mississippi River can't keep us apart. There's too much love in this Mississippi heart. Too much love in this Louisiana heart.
Of course, I recorded with Ernest Tubb before I did Conway, and I love Ernest Tubb. You know, I never dreamed I'd ever record with him. And I think that was probably one of the biggest thrills of my life, recording with Ernest Tubb.
No one else will ever do. I'll be yours and I'll be true. Don't worry, dear. Have no fear, 'cause I'm yours.
Well, I know that the Kentucky broadcasters, and I happened to be present in Louisville about a year ago, Loretta, and then the broadcasters of this state awarded you the Kentuckian of the Year award, and a lot of that came from the feelings of people across Kentucky for you're wanting to help the people over here in joining Leslie County where they had this mine accident. And I want to personally thank you for what you did on that, and people certainly appreciate that here in the hills.
Well, thank you very much, and I did all I could.
Well, listen, I know you're going to have to get ready for a show, and we want to get this on the air as soon as possible. Where do you go from Hazard now?
I go to Charlotte, North Carolina, the races. We're going to do a show there. And Dick Lee's going to be with us tonight.
Right, we've been telling about
And Kenny Starr. Ernest.
Okay, tell us a little about the show tonight.
Okay, Kenny Starr is a little fella that we got about 3 years ago when he was 17 years old from Kansas City. And his latest record was Put Another Notch in Your Belt. And he's got a brand new one he's coming out with right now, which is on MCA Records. And my son is with us tonight, Ernest Trey. And we got Bill with us over there, Bill Reeves. He sang just like George Jones, and he's been on his CB radio saying George Jones and Loretta Lynn's are going to be here, and I'm going to make him sing. I'm going to say it's going to be the sober George Jones.
Loretta Lynn.
We're going back to Ernest Sparkman's interview with Loretta Lynn that was heard on WSGS when she was in Hazard in 1975. Ernest interviewed Loretta in front of Memorial Gym before her concert here, and it was then that she realized she had performed here before. First in 1971 and again in 1975.
You've been here before. When were you in it?
Before, but I don't know exactly where I work. You know, I work somewhere all the time. But I don't know if it's this building or not.
This is the only building large enough.
I haven't been here.
Right here. How long ago was it?
Don't ask me, because I couldn't tell you where I was at last week.
Okay, you came from Nashville.
From Nashville.
I say Nashville. You came from your home that's out of Nashville. Where is your home?
Hurricane Mills, Tennessee.
Tell us about Butcher Holler.
Well, Butcher Holler is mostly, you know, people where their last name was Butcher in this holler, and Webb. And I was a Webb, but I'm half Butcher too. My grandma was a Butcher, my grandpa was a Webb.
You've done right well since you were at Butcher Holler. What are some of the investments or things that you're involved in other than just singing now?
Well, we have publishing companies, and in Conway we have a talent agency, and we have a dude ranch, and different things, you know, that I'm involved with.
I was impressed. I might say that we're talking to Loretta in her bus parked outside the gymnasium here, and I've never been on a bus like this, Loretta, that's set up for this type of thing. And I hope if it's too personal, don't answer this, but I wouldn't have any idea. But this thing seems so plush. What would a bus like this cost?
Well, this one cost me about $147,000, but the one that I'm getting in 2 months from now is about $200,000.
What are some of the things that you'll have in that bus now?
Just anything you could have in any home. That's right.
Even TV?
We got 2 TVs. They have one up here in front in the lounge, and I got a big one in my lounge in the back.
Okay, radio, AM, FM radio,
FM radio, AM and FM radio, and record players, and of course they got CB, and I've got a telephone that I can call out anywhere that I want to. Then I have a telephone that I can call to the bus driver or the relief bus driver, and that's the drummer that's going in and out the door making all that noise right now.
You mean a telephone from the back of the bus you can call up to?
I can call out, yeah, I can call a bus driver on one telephone, but I have one telephone in the back that I can call out to any part of the country, Canada, anywhere.
Sure. Well, in other words, this to you is home in a sense, right?
It's home.
How much time do you spend on this out of the year?
Just about every day of the year.
Sure.
And in my room, I have 2 couches, lets out, makes a king-size bed. Or you can let one couch out and it makes into a full-size bed. And there's 8 bunks.
Well, how many normally travel on this bus with you?
Well, let's see, I think there's about 11 of us.
Loretta, it's good to have you in Hazard. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.